Hey, how you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. Today we're looking at the Micronauts. This is issue 1140 cents, 1979. The saga's end. Look at this glorious cover, Michael Golden. This is one of the greatest covers of all time, if you ask me. By Michael Golden, one of the greatest comic book artists of all time. Let's just look at this amazing stuff. I was obsessed with this comic as a kid. Okay, this comic came out, and I know I always said, I said it a million times that I want to separate my science fiction from my superheroes, but I don't know. I got these toys, and because of the toys, I just love this. So let's open it up and check it out. All right, if I can. All right, so here we got the Fun Factory Super Gifts Gimmicks. The Micronauts over here. Stan Lee presents. Let's look at the indicia. Okay, Micronauts. Where, you see, okay, Office of Publication. What does it say this? November 1979. Okay, so this is, I keep saying okay, and I don't want to. Look at this, glorious. So Bill Mantlo, writer, Michael Golden, artist, Al Milgrom, inker, and the editor, Jim Shooter. So this was during the Jim Shooter years, and I keep saying that the Jim Shooter years were the high point of Marvel. Croyer, Prince Argon, the Force Commander, Slug, Bug, Microtron, Biotron, Marionette, and Commander Arcturus Rand. As far as I know, Arcturus Rand, Marionette, and Bug are the only characters that Marvel actually owns. Everybody else is owned by Mego, the Mego Corporation. So here we have the first page. It's not a splash page because of this, but they're kind of making it. So what's going on? It's Star Wars. Let's be realistic. It's a Star Wars ripoff. So the story goes that Bill Mantlo got his kid some Micronauts toys for Christmas, and the kid was playing with them, and he just loved them and said, you know what, we got to get the license to these to make a comic book. He was coming up with ideas. He went to Marvel, they did whatever, the Saga Dance, and next thing you know, they got a comic book. And it's Star Wars. So here we got Baron Karza, who is the Darth Vader character. The Arcturus Rand is the Han Solo Luke Skywalker mix, and Princess Marionette is the Princess Leia, and there's her brother, Force Commander, and whatever. So this is the Darth Vader character, and I love the concept of Baron Karza. So for those, you need to know a little bit about the toys. They were Mego, and I forget what they were called in Japan, but they were brought to America. I loved them. I was the right age for this. And they had like little magnets, and they were detachable, so you could take off their arms and magnets and stick other pieces on. So I think they were called Micromen. And so they incorporated that switchability into the story. So he's the ruler of the body banks. He created the body banks. So what do the body banks do? I shouldn't hold on to the same picture. So they would take, like, the poor people would sell their body organs and sell them to rich people. And because that people would, he got power because he absolutely controls the body banks. His parents were the king and queen, but they were overthrown by him, who promises immortality. And, oh, look at this. Be a draftsman. NBC, Peacock, Saturday morning, whatever. So he finally captures them. So he's the absolute tyrant of Micro World. And this is his equivalent, the Force Commander, who's all in white, the good guy. And this is Slug. She was the leader of the rebellion, and she's the romantic interest in Prince Argon. And these are the Shadow Priests. Who are the Shadow Priests? They keep the Enigma Force, the Force. So they know all, tell nothing, and Baron Karza goes to them for advice and mysticness and all of that Jedi stuff. And he's gloating over their capture, and he transforms into his centaur form. So there was a toy called I think it was called Andromeda, and it was a horse, and you could switch out the body parts and make these things, so they're incorporating it all into the comic books. They got to. I always thought that was Thor just redrawn, right? Freaking fruit stripes. And now, so here comes Force Commander just blasting away, and he's doing the same thing. He's got like the same powers as Baron Karza, except in the comic book he doesn't run the body bank, so he doesn't have the unlimited wealth. And I just love the shields. And, they're just blasted away. So in the music, I mean, if this was a movie, you'd hear like triumphant music, and you'd be like, all right, Force Commander's gonna be. And now there's just a little. But look at that energy. This is just could only happen in comic books. Like, this is so good. And she's gonna pull out her gun, and you know, it matters not, maiden. Your weapon cannot vanquish Karza. You know, the Shadow Force is they're not helping, they're not hindering. And you know, here's the Shogun Warrior toys. I love those too. So he just blasts the helmet off a Force Commander and then just drops him to the ground. And, you know, that's her brother. So she's like, well, what's going on? And, you know, the helmet took most of the damage. So he's stunned and she's like, let's get out of here. And then look at that design. Baron Karza's gloating and just torturing them, you know, because why isn't he killing them? Because Arcturus Rand was asleep for 1,000 years. He went to explore the Microverse, which is their micro universe, you know, in Ant-Man, this, you know, they live in, like, if you watch the Ant-Man movie, the quantum world, that's where they live. I don't know why they don't call it the Microverse in these comics, but what do I know? So he was exploring it. His body was in suspended animation while the Endeavor, his ship, was traveling for 1,000 years. His robot Biotron went out and did the actual searching. And he projected his consciousness into Biotron, and then when he would, you know, go dormant, Biotron became self-aware, would do stuff, and then, you know, they whatever. So over this course of 1,000 years, he's seen secrets, he meditated, whatever, and he knows the secret of the Enigma Force, but he doesn't know it himself. It's subconscious. So now they're all revealing themselves to the biggest surprise biggest surprise everybody knew this, that the Shadow Priests are actually the time travelers. So they're finally revealing themselves. Baron Karza's like, yes, reveal the secret. You know, the time travelers, we are the Enigma Force. And do they look familiar? Because they're time travelers. It's Arcturus Rand. Dun, dun, dun. The secret, you know, that they only were drawn exactly alike. So now Arcturus Rand unlocks his abilities. So they're time travelers. That's why they exist they're all him. He is all them. And he is the embodiment of the Enigma. Oh, this ad. I talked about it a few times. It just drives me nuts. So now he has just blasted the Deus Ex Machina out of Baron Karza. This is the Phobos robot. I remember all these toys. Just fire everywhere. Stan Lee selling you comic books, baseball cards. Just good time to be a comic book fan. And look at, so he forces him to revert to his human form, and he's blasted him, and that don't mean anything. He's doing these. This was like the cosmic effect throughout the Microverse. Now he's being forced to deal with everything. This is Dallin and Septus. This is Arcturus Rand's parents. They were the good, noble monarchs of Microworld before Karza overthrew them. And Karza's like, oh, wait, well, we got ourselves a fight here. And then Dracula was attacking Don Howard the Duck. Charles Atlas was flexing. Then we got some jumbo stamps, and we all became law enforcement. Comics, we got them. That's awesome. So now he's just attacking, and he banishes Baron Karza into the depths of space. And because of that, the Croyers attack. They were enslaved, and where's the shadow? Excellent. Look at this, Professor Sneer. You know, this is why Captain Marvel is so revered. He knew that Twinkies were delicious, not fruit pies. And now the Acroyers, there's like a little miniature revolution going on, because a Croyer who is the ally to the Micronauts, he's Prince Acroyer. He's the leader of the Acroyers, and his brother Shaitan usurped the throne and ran them as a viceroy for Baron Karza. So here comes Biotron. Everybody's free now. The Enigma Force is revealing everything, and they're releasing the power, and he's back to being plain old mortal Arcturus Rand, and Baron Karza is destroyed. Dun, dun, dun. And there we go. Or did I skip a page? Yep, that's the end. So there you go. I just spoiled a 40-year-old comic book for you. This, to me, was awesome. Amazing. I couldn't wait every month. It was just like, me and my friends, we would go to the stores looking for Micronauts. We were just like, we got to get this comic. We can't miss this comic. And between the three of us, none of us had 1 to 12. None of us had 1 to 11. But yeah, because this is 11. The 12th issue kind of starts a new saga. But I would miss a couple, and then I would read my friends, I'd read them out of order. But it was so much fun. Like the anticipation, something about waiting for a month for the next installment. We talked about, we reread it, we you know, examined the comics. Today when I read a new comic, I'm like, oh, that was good. I put it in my pile and I go on to the next guy. But back then, you read them and reread them and memorized them. I still have panels of this burnt into my memory. So there you go. This is the Micronauts number 11. Such a good comic. I just get the first 11 issues. It is comic book epic storytelling. Amazing, amazing stuff. There you go. That's my video for the day. I'll see you again tomorrow. What do you think of this? I'm holding my phone sideways. I've been trying to get rid of those vertical lines for 2 years, and a guy told me today to turn my phone sideways. And now I don't like it. I don't like it. It's too much space on either side. Oh, well. So I think I'm going to go back to normal. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow with another video. I put playlists, so it should be easy to find my back catalog. You know, I got a lot of key issues. You know, just go look through my playlist. That was another thing that I was afraid to do. You know, it's all new to me. I'm learning every day as I go along. It turned out to be surprisingly easy. I went through and I did every one of my videos. Let me know if I tagged something the wrong way, or if you think something else would be better. Okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you with another video. Bye-bye.